Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about how to start a yoga YouTube channel in 2021. So let's face it, the world has changed. Who knew that this is where we would be last year or the year before? Everything is now online. Everything is online. And to keep your yoga business going, you obviously are considering a yoga YouTube channel, which is why you found this video. And even if things do get back to some normality, I think a lot of people are still going to be looking for yoga online. Because who knows when something like this could happen again. The good thing about online, you can reach so many people, more people than you could if you were just doing, a yoga class in your city, in your neighborhood. You've got this whole wide world now that can now view your classes, and isn't that such an amazing thing that you can spread yoga to anybody in the world? I mean, that's why we became yoga teachers, right? That's why we're here. We're here to help others find what we have found through yoga. And I'm so glad you're here because it means you are willing to help others. So I am here to help you. So I'm going to go through my 10 steps to creating your yoga YouTube channel. So before we begin, I started my channel in March last year, which was actually just before the UK lockdown. And this is something that I had wanted to do for so long, and I had only just built up the courage to do it. And then this happened in the world. It was kind of a good time to do it, but also not such a good time because there was also so many other people trying to do it. And I did find it really, really hard to get my videos seen and to grow my channel. But in that journey, I have found so many amazing YouTubers out there who are willing to help you grow your channel. I mean, you can search it, there's so many out there, and there isn't that many to grow or to start a yoga YouTube channel, hence why I wanted to make this one. So let me share with you my 10 steps for creating your YouTube channel. So step number 1, plan a class. Obviously, you need to have something to teach. So plan out your class, write a script. This is a good thing about pre-recorded videos, is that you can edit them. So if you mess up, you can cut it out and stitch all the clips together and make a pretty damn good video. That being said, most of the time with mine, I don't over edit them. I like the fact that I am being real. What I tend to do is I will write out like a shopping list. I'll write out my list of poses that I'm going to do. I will put them in front of me, but just off of screen so that whoever's watching can't see the list. So I've got my list, I put it in front of me, and every now and then I can keep turning because I turn to look at the camera, and then I can take a sneak peek down, look at my notes, carry on teaching the class. So you need to be prepared. You don't want to have to keep stopping your video, and not just that it's going to look over edited and too fake. Obviously with yoga we don't want to look like that, but you also don't want to injure yourself. If you don't know what you're doing during your practice, there's a chance you could hurt yourself. Number 1, stay safe and make a plan for your class. That being said, you don't want to give it all away for free. YouTube is free. Now there are a lot of yoga classes on YouTube, which is great. It's amazing for people that can't afford it, but you spent out all this money on your yoga teacher training. This is your job. You can't give it all away for free. So one thing that I like to do is I'll keep my YouTube videos short. I have got a few longer ones from when I first started out, but I've got mostly my yoga classes are pretty short, and they're kind of like a shorter version of a longer class. I have my membership group, and I will do hour-long classes in them groups, and I will take out 10 minutes of it, and that will be my YouTube video. So not only are you creating content and you're helping people who only have 10 minutes, but you also can tell people that you have a longer class, and you never know, maybe they want to join your membership program. Step 2, get the space. You need somewhere to film. You need a space big enough, obviously for your yoga mat, but then for your camera to be a little bit further back so that they can see all of you in. So this is where I tend to film my yoga classes. A nice plain white background. You definitely don't want too much going on. If there's too much going on behind you, they're going to lose focus. So you want it nice and big and nice and bright if you have it. If you don't have it, you know, maybe you know a friend or a family member that's got a nice space. Obviously with lockdown, kind of impossible. Just find somewhere and make it work. You can hang up bed sheets, you can hang up just blankets. So I will show you now my setup and how I set things out to make my space. Okay, so this is in my kitchen area at the moment. So I've got my space behind me where I record, and I'm going to show you what's around behind me just so you can get an idea of the space. So this is where I record. I've got my lights set up there. Obviously I've moved everything out the way so I can record. So, you know, it's quite a big room, and what I usually do is I will put my camera up here on the kitchen side so that I've got a lot of room to film, and you can see all of me. Then you can see my feet, my head, my hands when I'm stood up. So you can see it's a pretty big space to record. Now I know some of you might not have this space, and if you go back through my yoga videos, you'll see the different places that I've recorded in. I've recorded in here lately, more space. Before this was a work site, it was getting redone, so it was a complete mess. There was no way I could record in here. So I've recorded at my mum's house last year when it wasn't locked down, and I recorded in my bedroom. So I'll show you now what I do in there to make the space, because it's quite a tight space, and what equipment I use to help with that. Okay, so we're just going into my bedroom now, and as you can see already, it's quite a small space. Okay, excuse the red mark, that's my daughter playing with makeup, but you can see it's not very big. So what I tend to do is I will move this chest of drawers over here, push the bed back so I've got a little bit more room, and it's very hard to record and do this a second. Sorry, as you can see as well, I'm using a tripod right now. So I will record then in this space, and it will give me just a little bit more room. Again, you've still got the white backdrop, but another thing that is really, really handy is a clip-on lens that I put onto my camera. So I'll show you that now. Okay, so because I was recording in such a small space, even having my camera all the way at the back, like next to my window, you still couldn't see all of me in the shot. It was getting so difficult to film. So did a little bit of research, and I found this. So it's a wide angle lens. So you take the top off, and all it is a lens that then clips over your phone, over your camera, and the difference is amazing. I'll clip it on now just so that you can see the difference. I mean, look at the difference in that. The only thing I find with it is it will make the outsides a little bit blurry, but as long as you put you in the middle, it's absolutely amazing. And I think it was probably about £15, I think, for 3 different lenses. I mean, 2 of them I don't use. It's a fisheye one and a macro lens. So I only ever use this one. The link will be down in the description, but how amazing is that? If you haven't got the space, guys, definitely recommend a wide angle lens. So speaking about equipment, when I first started, I mean, you can see that I still use my phone. Phones are absolutely amazing to record on. The camera quality of most of the phones now are incredible. They are just amazing. Obviously, you could go out and get your fancy camera. However, that costs money. If you're just trying to start up a YouTube channel, you might not have that kind of money to just throw around. So just start on your phone. Absolutely amazing. So I use my phone. I use the tripod that you probably just seen in the mirror then. That was quite a cheap one on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description below. So that's just, it clips your phone into it, and then you can lengthen up the stand. Ideal. And then I had a clip-in microphone. So the microphone clipped into the camera, it was on a lead, and I just used to put it out as far as I could in front of me and record off of that. And honestly, guys, to start with, that is amazing. That was all I needed. I mean, Sometimes I'd have to make sure that, you know, when I was down in child's pose, I would come up and then speak because you couldn't hear me down there. Nowadays, obviously you can tell I'm wearing a different mic. So then you can start building up your equipment. So you don't have to get all of this right away. You can just build it up over time. And you know, it's really good to start off with the basics, check you like doing this, because you don't want to spend out on all this equipment and realize you hate doing it. So then I think it was probably about, let's say about 5 months after that I ended up getting the Rode Wireless Go microphone. So that is, I'll just unclip it, little boxes like this. One clips to the phone and then one clips on you. Very, very easy to use. To clip it to my phone, I did have to buy an extra lead, which again, I'll put all of this in the description below. But the microphones itself, they were the most pricey thing I bought. Really, really struggled with whether I should get them. However, after doing it for 5 months on YouTube, I knew I loved it and I want to keep doing this. So I did it. So I got these, no regrets whatsoever. They are absolutely amazing microphones. You can be in child's pose. You can, you know, be facing away from the camera and you can still hear absolutely great. It's absolutely you can't fault them. So yes, they are amazing. The other thing that I did buy to go with the microphones is this lead here. So this is just like a clip-on mic. So normally when I'm recording, I will clip this. So this just clips into the one that's here on my chest that I've just clipped onto my t-shirt. And then you can clip this on. So it just saves you having that bulkiness around. So I tend to clip the bulk behind my back and then I'll have the wire, you know, going up through my top with just this. So it's not so much getting in the way. I mean, if you could go and try and do, you know, anything lying on your stomach with this on, it's going to be annoying. So yeah, I mostly use this one when I'm recording my yoga classes. But again, you don't need it. This microphone is amazing. You could just, you know, put it in a position that's not going to bother you. Audio over visual, always. I mean, obviously you want both of them, great, but audio over visual. And then obviously then it's the lighting. So what I tended to find was if I was going to record in the day in my bedroom, back when I started all this, the light would shine in a really odd way that I would have lines all over me. You know, the windows were creating weird shadows. It was very, very difficult to see what I was doing. So buying these lights were just amazing. And obviously now I can record at night, full lights on, it looks absolutely great. So again, I don't think these were that expensive, maybe around £50, I'm not sure, but I'll link it and you can see for yourself. Step 4 is obviously the filming and the editing. So again, I've already said when you're filming, you know, so you've got your space, you've got your equipment, you're ready to film. Make sure you've got your class plan ready. Before you film what you've got to do, film for about 10 seconds, talking, walk away from the camera, hands up, go low, turn away from the camera, go back and check it. Check you can hear yourself, check you can see your hands, check you can see you on the floor. The amount of times that I have recorded an hours-long class and the audio has not worked. It has not been fun. So make sure that the microphone is attached properly and that you can hear. On my phone, so I've got a Google phone, Google Pixel, when you plug in the microphone, you have to swipe for the external microphone. If you don't do that, it doesn't pick it up and you won't have any audio. So make sure, record about 10 seconds first, check it works before you go through a whole hour of recording. And then it's on to the editing. So the editing, I keep it very, very simple. I try to film all of my class in one. Occasionally I've had to edit something out, like my daughter screaming in the middle of it or something. But most of the time I try and keep it very real, very natural. You know, you're a yoga teacher, you're not a filmmaker. You're just there to teach yoga. Just teach it. If you mess your words up, you mess your words up. We're all human. But this is the good thing about pre-recorded videos, is that you can edit them out. So I keep it very, very simple. I've just got a normal Windows computer, I use Windows Movie Maker, put my video in there, I can snip it. They've got that fade in, fade out with the black stuff, which you will see on my video. And yeah, just keep it very, very simple. Step 5, you need a good thumbnail picture. So once you've recorded your yoga class, take a photo with your phone or whatever you're using. You can take a screenshot from the video, but the quality isn't as good. The thumbnail is the first thing that's going to draw somebody in to watch your video. So your picture needs to stand out. Make it a good picture, make it a clear title so that they can read it. It doesn't have to be all fancy, just a nice clear description of what the class is, because that's what's going to draw people to your class. Now, one app that I like to use is Canva. You can download it for free, and I can do all of this on my phone. So I take my photo, I upload it into Canva, and then I edit the title. So I will get a text box and just type over it what my video is, saved, done, upload it to YouTube. Keep it simple, but keep it clear. Number 6, setting up your YouTube. Obviously, all of this is great. You need your class, you need your equipment, you need to do it, but you need to be able to upload it. So set up your YouTube channel. Get a professional looking profile picture. Update your cover photo that shows up at the top. In the information, you can add all of your social media profiles, so your Facebook, your Instagram. There's a place where you can upload your logo so that when your videos play, your logo comes up down the bottom. Now, all this stuff, it will make your channel look professional. If you just have videos with no cover photo, no thumbnail picture, it's just going to look like an amateur. It really is. So all of this stuff will just make it look a little bit more professional. It's more than likely then people will want to look at your material and watch your videos. Number 7, advertise it. Nobody is going to advertise your videos for you. You have to do it yourself. So once you've set up your first video, advertise it everywhere. Advertise it on all of your social media sites. Ask your family and friends to subscribe and like. YouTube is run by artificial intelligence. It's got an algorithm. If people like and subscribe to your channel, it is more than likely it would then recommend it to other people. So advertise your video. Number 8 is be consistent. If you upload a YouTube video 1 week and then not upload another one for 5 weeks and then do one 3 weeks later, YouTube isn't going to like that. It's going to show that you're not using the platform all the time. It's going to show that you're not consistent with your videos. It's going to show that if somebody likes your video, they don't know when you're going to upload another one. So your audience won't stick around. YouTube likes consistency. So if you have a lot of ideas, that's great. That is really, really good. Film them all and then schedule them. That's the good thing about YouTube. You can upload like 10 videos and schedule them for every week to come out. This way, you're being consistent. You've got a schedule which you can let your audience know, and YouTube knows that you're there. Another good thing about doing it this way is that if you are keeping your videos quite short, you could film 3 or 4 videos in one sitting without injuring yourself. Obviously, make sure you take care of yourself. Then you can schedule them, and that's a month's worth of content, especially if you've got like 5-minute videos. I mean, meditation or something like that. So you could record a few at a time and then schedule them, and that way you can keep up with being consistent. Number 9, advertise again. So keep advertising your videos, and it doesn't matter how old your videos are, YouTube will keep recommending your videos to people, even if they are months old. If that's what people are searching for, your video will come up. Keep advertising your own videos. The last step I have for you guys is to experiment. You might keep hearing on YouTube that you have to niche down to grow your channel, to grow your audience. But to start with on YouTube, what you need to do is experiment with your content, try out different things, see what works. This is the good thing about starting a channel, is you don't have any followers to please. You can post whatever the hell you like, and one thing might blow up. One thing might get thousands and thousands of views, and people are going to want more content like that. But you're not going to know unless you try out these different things. So I would say try out a couple of different videos, you know, for different things, like, I don't know, just give you a few examples, like try meditation, then try power yoga, then try 10-minute yoga. You know, these different categories, they're still yoga, but they're different types. So experiment with whatever it is you like, trying these different things. And then in 6 months' time, and yes, I know 6 months' time, it seems like ages, but you need to give it at least that just to see what's working. So in 6 months' time, YouTube have YouTube Studio. Now, if you click on YouTube Studio, you can see all your analytics. So this will show you how many subscribers you've got, what videos are doing really well, what people are typing in to find your videos. If you go on YouTube Analytics, you'll just see all of this information. You can see the age of people viewing your videos, male or female, where they're from. Checking this after 6 months, you will see which videos are performing well, and then you just create more videos like that, you know, as long as that is something that you want to do. One thing I will say is do not check your analytics constantly. It will just drain you. I know, because I've been there. So don't keep checking it. Wait 6 months, I would, after starting your channel, because you're not going to know anything in the first couple months. You know, it hasn't been around long enough to get the analytic report correct. So there we have it. That's my 10 steps to starting your yoga channel, and I really, really hope this helps. And if you do have any questions, obviously leave me a comment, let me know. But the main thing is to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy making this content and doing it, then you're not going to keep it up. So don't go out, buy all the equipment, do it for a couple of weeks and realize that you hate it. You know, you really, really have to enjoy doing it. So make it fun and go out there and help people. So my channel is growing daily, and I just hope that this video can help you guys start your channel as well. I just think the whole world needs yoga right now, and if making this video helps even one person starts a yoga YouTube channel, then my job is done. That's what I wanted to do. So if you've made it this far, then well done. I hope these 10 steps really, really help you. And one other thing that I will say is, in your videos, don't forget to ask the viewer to subscribe. The only way your channel is going to grow is if they subscribe to your channel. So guys, hit the subscribe below, and I will see you all next time. Good luck with your channel, guys. Namaste.